Hello everyone, I wanted to do an update on the Mullen Army token because there's a lot of talk in Twitter spaces saying that this is a honeypot, that it is a scam and all of that, and I want to show you that this does not look anything different than any other token that could be legit. And I say could be because with any token, anything nefarious can happen in the later on. But as of right now, this is what we know. Now, this is from dextools.io, and if you type in Mullen on there, this should pop up, this page right here, and the address for it starts with J6, and that is how you know that that is the correct address. Now, at the very top there where it says audit, let's go ahead and click that. And that will take you to this page here. There's an audit disclaimer. This is not like a in-depth analysis of the token, but it's what the code of the token reads, and it's what the website puts together quickly. So it's just kind of going over it. The first question is contract verified, and it says yes. Honeypot, no. What is a honeypot? A honeypot in crypto is a smart contract, wallet, or token that attackers use to trick users into investing, trading, or transferring crypto tokens. Honeypots are designed to appear vulnerable and offer a tempting reward, such as a large amount of cryptocurrency or promise of big returns. When a user tries to take advantage of the honeypot, they trigger a hidden mechanism that traps their funds and allows the attacker to retrieve them. Mullen Army token has been up for more than a week now. You can buy and sell. People have been doing that. There are people that have made money on this already, trading it, and it is definitely not a honeypot. Can the creator mint more tokens? Where it says mintable, it says no. Tax modifications, can they modify the tax? It says no. And that is just a quick audit that they're doing, but you should do this with every token that you plan on buying. At least look at it to see if there are any red flags that pop up or risks, because when there is something that pops up, you'll definitely see it right here, and I'll show you in the next token that I'm about to cover right now, just to show you the difference. Okay, there is another website that I want you to look at also. You should have this saved so that you can check your tokens that you're planning to buy with this, and it's called solsniffer.com. And what they do, they look for the same type of thing. It is a quick audit, and that's all it is, but it helps you to find out red flags on the tokens that you're about to buy, because they're out there. There's millions of them, and a lot of them are scams. Now look here. The sniff score for Mullen Army token is 87 out of 100. If you look at their little chart right there, it falls in between 85 and 94, and it says trust is to be earned, be cautious. 95 to 100 is no risk detected. But 70 to 84 says some facts to consider, requires a deeper analysis. 1 through 69, it says high risk, non-experts must avoid at all costs. And 0 score says there is a strong probability that this token is a scam. You should not interact. Now, I do have to continue to reiterate that this is just a surface scan. This is what comes up in the code. This is what tells you what's in the contract, what's not, but it doesn't give you a in-depth review of the contract. It has one flag for moderate risk and one flag for low risk. It's more of a caution than a red flag or anything. But here it says when you go down lower at the low LP provider count, and it says moderate risk. What does that mean? That means a low number of liquidity providers can lead to increased volatility and liquidity risks, making the asset more susceptible to price manipulation. And we see that because it has very low liquidity. We know that the price moves fast, whether it's up or down. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that if you have about $25,000 worth of assets and somebody else has about the same, they sell before you, you will not be able to get all of that liquidity out. If there's only $10,000 worth of liquidity in there and your asset is worth $25,000, you will only get up to $10,000, and it might not even be all of that because they will not give out the whole liquidity. So you will be selling for a lot less. You have to be careful when you press the sell button. Make sure that you know how much you're getting and if you're happy with that amount. This goes for literally every token listed. Do the same thing. Make sure there's enough liquidity that when you sell, you're going to get all of that it's worth. If not, you're going to get less, and make sure you know the amount that you're going to get. That's literally with any token. And as the liquidity goes up, as the price goes up, there's more liquidity in there. There's more to pull out. The other thing that came up, it says newly deployed contracts lack a proven track record, posing risk of undiscovered vulnerabilities, insufficient security audits, or untested economic models. That will come up with any brand new contract or new token that was listed. The other thing is here it says no scams linked to owner's wallet. No mintable risk. That means that they can mint new tokens to sell as other people buy. So the creator can mint new tokens, offer them to himself or transfer it to his own wallet, and then keep selling. So he has an unlimited supply if he does that. Now, this audit says that that cannot happen. Also, there's no freeze risk. That means that the creator cannot freeze your wallet once you buy so that you cannot sell. That is what makes it to not be a honeypot. Now, what that right there could mean is that that option was taken away before they minted the token. So that is not in the contract. They cannot freeze wallets. There's no transferability risk, diverse token distribution, no auto freeze risk, balance ownership in top 10 wallets, balance ownership in top 20 wallets, no permanent control risk, no concerning metadata found. A significant portion of the LP is locked or burned. Sufficient liquidity confirmed. Adequate liquidity levels. Immutable metadata confirmed. Immutable means that the metadata cannot be changed. You know, I'm looking for a magic word that I could not find in that, but everything that is pretty much the information that gave me says that it is. Now, I did find that word on here, and it's bird's eye view. First, we'll go through, is it mintable? And the answer is no. Is it mutable, which means they can change the info? No, it cannot be. Or change the data? It cannot be. Ownership renounced. And over to the right, it says yes. Now, these are two different platforms that did a quick audit on it. It reads pretty much what's in the code. This is the data that came up, so I'm not making this up. That is what it says. Now, I wanted to look into a different token that somebody in the space brought up, and it's called Billy Billy. And if you look at the same thing on dextools.io, up at the top right, and it says audit, and it has a number 3. That means there are 3 alerts found, and the audit is in red. The one for the Mullen Army token was green, meaning safe. So let's open this up and look at it. There's a disclaimer there, of course. It says they're not going in-depth analysis to this, but this is what brought up at the quick intel. Contract verified, yes. Honeypot, no, because at the time it is not a honeypot. But is it mintable? Yes, it's mintable. They can actually mint tokens and keep transferring to the developer, and that person just keeps selling. Tax modifiable, no. Blacklisted, yes. Scam risk, detected. Blacklisted, that is what means when they can freeze your wallets. So you buy in, they freeze your wallets, you can't sell. And they do this to every wallet that buys in because they see now they're under holders. They just go to that, they put in your address, and freeze your wallet. You cannot sell. Now, under honeypot, saying that it's not a honeypot, it is not created that way. It's not written in the code, but because it left the feature open to freeze wallets, that makes it a honeypot. So scammers have gotten really smart about doing stuff like that, and they leave that switch on to where they can go ahead and freeze wallets, and it comes up in the audits like this one that it's not a honeypot. But if you look at the other things that are detected, that definitely says that it is. So I really want you to look at this first before you go ahead and put your money in a token that you have no idea. You just see that it's a brand new token. It ran 4,000%. You think it's going to go much higher, and you put all your money into it. So we're going to do the same thing with the SOL sniffer. Put in Billy and see what score they get. And the sniff score comes out to 42 out of 100. What does 42 out of 100 mean? And I'll tell you here just now. 42 out of 100, that falls in red, and it is 1 through 69, and it says high risk. Non-experts must avoid at all costs. So if you find any project that you want to invest in, look at that first. Look at the little audit thing at the right. If it's bad, also take that address, put it in SOL sniffer, and see what it says. If it gets a score like that, stay away from it. You're going to buy the tokens. They're going to lock your wallet, and you cannot sell those tokens. They will let that scam run like that for a while, and that is why you're seeing a 20,000% and whatever rise in the token is because they cannot sell. They allow some people to do trading, probably smaller wallets, to make it look like the chart is going up and down and all of that, and to make it look legit, but it is not legit. And then look at all these things that come up. Mintable risk, yes. Freeze risk, that's the biggest one. Freeze risk present, high risk. The contract poses the ability to freeze assets, which could prevent token holders from accessing or transferring their tokens. Transferability risk found, high risk. Restrictions or anomalies in the contract may limit the ability to transfer tokens freely, affecting liquidity and ownership rights. Private wallet holds significant amount, and that is high risk as well. That means that the main wallet is holding a lot, and of course they can just dump it all at once. Top 10 wallets hold significant share. That's also at high risk. Top 20 wallets hold significant share, also a high risk. Risk is unknown liquidity pool or in unknown liquidity pools, and that's moderate risk. For the other one, for the Mullen Army token, it was green, and it was known liquidity pools. Low liquidity provider count, moderate risk, and high locked supply risks found. The indicator found no data, and so on. Now, if you go on lower, it is also going to find that the no scam linked to owner's wallet. No auto freeze risk. So it is giving you the good and the bad about this contract. That means that wallet was probably brand new. It's not connected to any other scam. Why would it be? Of course, they're going to make a brand new wallet when they create a new scam. They don't want a link to that. And all the other stuff that's in there, it looks like it's a legit thing. But when you see the red flags that they put up, you know that right there is a honeypot, whether it's called a honeypot or not, because it was not set up that way, but the functions that it left open, that made it a honeypot. One last thing about Billy. Here from Bird Eye, it says mintable, yes. Mutable information, no. Freezable, yes. And also you go down to where it says ownership renounced, and it says no. The Mullen Army token said that it was renounced, and the reason why I'm saying this is because some people were saying that the ownership was not renounced. Here it says yes, and actually a lot of the other rules put in place and what it can and cannot do tells me that it is also renounced and liquidity is locked and all of that. So with me putting out this information, am I trying to pump or dump on the project? Absolutely not. I am trying to give you the tools and how to look for things, because there might be some things that I do not find, and just because an audit says it's safe or it's not, it doesn't mean that it is or it's not, because it depends on who's behind the project and what they are still capable of doing. But Mullen Army token has been set up to be a legit token, it looks like, from this, and it doesn't look like it is a scam. Also, the Billy token, the way it was set up, and now we know it's already rugged, and looking at the quick audit, could have saved a lot of people a lot of money. And guys, please do look into this first. Do your research before you put your money in the coin, because you earned that money and it was not earned easily. So you putting it into a project that is a honeypot or has the scammers behind it, they will take your hard-earned money. Do a quick research, find out if that is a safe project before you invest.